Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Amiri and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. This is like the 6th time I've tried to start this intro. Okay, so as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to do a get ready with me and we're going to talk about Ms. Mother Pat and what she just announced and everything that she showed us. I have a lot of thoughts, and I got the idea for this video from Morgan Turner because this is actually something that she does on her channel, especially when it comes to brands that she absolutely loves and covers a lot on her channel. So yeah, let's just jump right in. Shall we? Okay, so I'm just going to get ready. I'm not going to tell you everything that I'm putting on my face. I'll just link everything down below. But I'm going to start prepping my skin. I did do my skincare routine like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours ago. Okay, so I did scoot over just a tiny bit. Wow. This is the entire collection. This tells me that she definitely has been listening when it comes to reviews of her palettes. Because 1, this was a lot. 2, it's definitely 100% different than anything that she has recently launched, right? I mean, just wow. But in a good way. Okay, so number 1, my kids came in here and ruined, well, they didn't ruin, but they moved around all the stuff. So if my camera is at a weird angle, that's why. I'm just going to start applying my makeup now since I have my primers on and whatnot. Okay, so for this collection, she's coming out with a mega palette, 2 mini palettes. It looks like 2 cheek palettes, which I'm not a big fan of, you guys already know. A new highlight, a new blush, 2 lipsticks. Yeah, 2 lipsticks. I think it's a re-release of that black kohl liner. I forget what she released that with. Some minis, which I don't think they're included in the picture that I'm showing you guys. And I think that's it. Oh, mascaras, colorful mascaras, which I stopped wearing quite a while. Also, that's a burn. I just keep burning myself. I'm too lazy to take out my straightener, so I use my curling iron to try and straighten like my little baby hairs that are just so annoying sometimes, and that's why that happens. Yeah, so quite a bit in this collection. Yeah, Mother Pat did not come to play this time around. Okay, so let's talk about this palette. First of all, hello color. Finally she's given us color. She's given us what we've been asking for. And 100% I guarantee that if this doesn't sell out fast, it will at least sell out within the first 24 hours. Because she hasn't given us a color story like this in a really long time. I feel like since before Divine Rose, which was what, Mothership number 7, we're at Mothership number 10 now. Mothership number 10. So yeah, save your coins, guys. Save your coins and be prepared, because I have a feeling this is going to launch fairly soon. So get your money in order if you plan on purchasing this, because I get the feeling that a lot of it is going to sell out within the first few hours, probably even all of it. Well, I don't know, there's a couple of things that I feel were necessary, but stuff's gonna sell out. That I promise you. Okay, so I noticed on Trend Mood, now I don't know, because I feel like Trend Mood and all the makeup pages are the only ones that are sharing these kinds of photos, but in this one you can tell that the palette is divided into 3 different sections: the neutral side, the cool tone side, and the warm tone side. By the way, this is the Celestial Nirvana collection. Forgot to mention that. I thought that was actually pretty nice. Very almost unique in a way, because I don't feel like I've seen a palette released like this recently. I mean, they usually release like, say, a all cool tone palette and then like a warm tone palette. but this whole palette is divided into 3 and they have a neutral. So you have all of the tones. Doesn't matter what your favorite is, you got them all in this palette, which I thought was actually pretty neat. Okay, so the next things I'm going to talk about are the 2 little mini palettes. So at first I was actually pretty excited because it looks like there's more of a neutral warm or neutral, yeah, I feel it's warm. And then the other one is like a cool tone mini palette. It looks like there is 3 special shades, 1 matte, and that like shimmery shade that she puts in pretty much every single one of her palettes that you can use in your inner corner. But I just purchased from her vault. She just released some 6-pan palettes from her vault and some other items too. And I purchased the platinum, right? The platinum bronze or platinum, the subliminal platinum something. The cool tone one out of the 3. So basically I don't need that 5-pan cool tone palette. Even though it looks beautiful, like I want to get both. And I bet you anything, they're not going to be cheap. Okay, let's talk about blushes. Okay, so she is releasing a highlighter, a blush, it looks like a new blush. Venusian Sunrise or something like that, too. I don't recall what, there'll be names up on the screen somewhere. But the highlighter is, and then the face palettes definitely looks like maybe there's 2 different highlights. Like one for lighter tones and the other one for darker. Well, can't really tell the difference. I wonder if you can customize the blushes. I mean, you can tell the tones are different, of course, but it looks like the highlighter is the same. Possibly, yeah. But they're supposed to be different. I'm not 100% sure what the difference in the palettes are. My thoughts on these. First of all, you guys already know how I feel about face palettes. This is way too many blushes, and that highlighter is huge. When are you ever going to go through that whole highlight? I know I'm not. I've barely put any dents in the ones that I have from her brand. And I have, what, 3 or 4 of them? Yeah, so I kind of am not a fan of these cheek palettes, and I feel like they were pretty much unnecessary, but that's just my opinion. So this is definitely one of the items that I was not excited about. Now that new highlight and that new blush looks so pretty. What is the name of it? Nude Venus 2. And the highlighter is Venusian Nude. Do you already have that shade? Is that shade already an existing shade? She changed the embossing on the highlighter. I like that. Kept it almost the same, but with a couple of changes for the blush. That blush looks very pretty. It looks very nude and very light. So it might not work for me, but I definitely am excited for these 2 items in this collection. I'm just not 100% sure now that I'm looking at it and thinking about it a tiny bit more if I'm going to pick up both, just one, or either. All right, and the other items that I am pretty much the least excited about are the 2 lipsticks, just because she already has so many nudes in her line and so many reds in her line. So are these lipsticks any different? I don't know the names of any of her lipsticks except for the ones that I own, and I usually have to pull them out. But even though neither of these look like any lipsticks that I own from her brand, they just don't excite me. And I think they're that matte formula that she has, which is very comfortable. I do have one lipstick in that formula. I can't remember what collection it was from, but I barely use it. I barely touch it, so I know I won't be touching these if I pick them up. I don't wear the shade red often on my lips. I probably should, because every time I do, I think, gosh, it looks so beautiful. I don't have too many red lipsticks in my collection for that reason, because I always tell myself, oh, you should put red lipstick more often, and I just never do. So for sure, the 2 lipsticks are what I am, at least one of the items that I'm the least excited about. Okay, so I went ahead and did mascara and brows off camera. My child is watching Monsters Inc. Yeah, Monsters Inc. in the living room, and hopefully you can't hear it and I don't get dinged for it. Okay, so the very last thing I want to talk about, well, the very last few things, because she is coming out with some bundles here, and I don't think I took any pictures of them, but she's coming out with a couple of bundles, and those don't really interest me, if at all. Yeah, they're like lipstick trios and all that. And the mascaras, the colorful mascaras. I used to love wearing blue mascara. That was a while ago though. I don't see myself, at least now or in the foreseeable future, starting to wear colorful mascaras. Maybe if I did like an editorial shoot or something like that, something fun, but let's be real, that's not going to be happening anytime soon. For these mascaras, I didn't even care for these just because they just don't appeal to me. But I'm sure there are people out there that are absolutely super excited for these, and that's great for you, but for me personally, it's the least exciting item in this collection. Okay, so overall, I feel like she did a really good job with this collection. This Nirvana, Celestial Nirvana collection. In the, was it the Mothership? Yeah, the Mothership 10 review. I said it. If you watch my review, you know I said it. You know I said I wanted color. I wanted something. She needed to give us something else other than mauvey tones and pinky tones, because I was tired of it. Was it still beautiful? Of course it was still beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, because Mother Pat knows what she's doing. But I was definitely tired of all the mauvey tones and the pinky tones. Just tired. And I said it. I said it in my review. If you watch my review, you know I said it. And if she gave it to us, but I guarantee it would sell out. And if it sells out, I was so right. I was so right. So I'm hoping that this is it, because I'm that excited that I had to make a video where I talk to you guys about it. That's how excited I am. Okay, my lovelies. Well, this makeup look is completed. If you like what you see, or if you want to know what I used, I will link everything down below. There's a couple of new releases that I definitely used today, so make sure to check it out if you like what you see. Okay, but I think that is all I had to say about, yeah, I have all these screenshots because I'm just so excited. Like, look at this palette. I'm excited. I am super stoked. I cannot wait. I have a feeling it's going to be probably this week when it releases. I bet you anything. Why don't you let me know down below what you guys think? Are you excited? Are you kind of just over people overhyping Pat McGrath? Or are you like, do you look forward to the holiday releases of the year? I think this is the second year. Yes, last year I did participate and I purchased the Celestial Divinity. I think it was Celestial Divinity. And then the year before I was interested, but financially we were not where we are at now. So I couldn't participate in it, and I kind of just admired from afar. So this year I'm super excited. I'm being mindful with my money. So 100% I'm picking up the Mega Palette. The mini ones, like I said, I just purchased one of the 6 pans that she brought out from her vault, and it's a cool toned palette. So I don't need both of the mini palettes. I just don't, if I'm being 100% honest with myself. So I might just pick up the warm tone or neutral mauve tone one, this one right here. If not, then I probably won't pick up any of them. But this highlighter, Venusian Nude, it has to be a new highlight. It looks pretty. It looks like a cool tone champagne-y kind of, maybe with a hint of like that nude rosy tone, kind of, you know, like this kind of undertone in it. This is so beautiful, but I don't know, because I'll have to look at the swatches of it, just because it looks like it might be too nude. You see the swatches on the hands. I think it looks a tiny bit ashy on the dark-skinned arm. Yeah, but for sure, the Mega palette is gonna be mine, and I will be running to grab it. Okay, but that's it. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I would love to know. Let's have a conversation down below. I love talking to you guys. I think that's why I made this video, because when I get excited for makeup, I want to talk about it. Like Kara from Beauty and the Phrase, we've already kind of been messaging back and forth about this because okay, but yeah, that's it. That concludes this little get ready with me and Mother Pat 411. Okay, my lovelies, well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. You guys have no idea. And if you watched this video, even though it's more talking, I'm actually getting ready. Yeah, thank you. I'm just so excited. That's all. All right, well, with that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. All right, guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.